Hello again. The case of Habibur Masum is an interesting one, chiefly for the light which it sheds on this country's immigration system. I'm sure that most viewers will have seen this case today where the fellow Masum has been convicted of murdering his wife by stabbing her no fewer than 25 times. As I'm sure that viewers know, the number of students, and I use the expression loosely, arriving to study every year in Britain runs into hundreds of thousands. When we talk about university students, most of us think of fresh-faced teenagers just out of sixth form, but this is not at all what the average international student arriving here is like. They are, most of them, supposedly studying for second degrees, such as masters and PhDs, and they are in their 20s and 30s, and they can bring their wives with them and their children. Oh, and it doesn't matter whether or not they're able to speak English. The recent conviction for the murder of his wife, of Bangladeshi Habibur Masum, shows us exactly how this widespread immigration scam is worked. In 2022, Masam arrived here from Bangladesh, bringing with him his wife, who also didn't speak English. He's a Sylheti, and he just doesn't speak all that much English. In court, he needed an interpreter, paid from by your taxes, obviously. He came to study for a master's in digital marketing at Bedfordshire University, but within a few months of arriving, something interesting happened. Although he was supposed to be a student at Bedfordshire University, he moved a couple of hundred miles north to live in Oldham with his wife. Despite this, and the fact that his English is very poor, he still managed to graduate. No wonder in that picture in the thumbnail to this video he's shown making the V for victory sign. A victory indeed. After graduating, Massam abandoned any pretense of having come here to study, and he and his wife had a baby. There was no question at all of them returning to Bangladesh, and nobody seemed to expect it. He was simply resident in this country and likely to be for the rest of his life. The university business was a trick to allow him and his wife to enter the country legally. It's a very common trick, and most overseas students who arrive here never return to their own countries. Universities rely upon these students to survive financially, and at many of the less prestigious universities, there are many students who are unable to speak any English, and yet are, in theory, studying all kinds of complicated subjects. This was a commonplace and squalid crime which is hardly worth discussing, but it does tell us an awful lot about one of the most widespread parts of the immigration racket whereby foreigners exploit this country.